Donald Trump's Truth Social has never been on solid footing. I mean, ever since the thing launched, it's basically been hemorrhaging money. At one point last year, they only had enough cash on hand to get through for another couple months, but somehow they've managed to limp along, hoping that eventually that merger deal with Digital World Acquisition was going to take place. And unfortunately for Truth Social, that deal continuously has been put on hold. And now, according to a massive new report from the Washington Post, we know part of the reason why the deal is on hold. You have investigators teaming up from the FBI, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Department of Homeland Security. All of them are now working together to investigate this potential merger. And this team has been described in a new court filing, federal filing, as, quote, one of the government's most elite anti-money laundering teams. So they're looking not just at some potential SEC violations, but also at potential money laundering. Now, before I go any further, it's important to remember that so far Donald Trump himself has not been accused of any wrongdoing here. In fact, Truth Social itself, Trump Media and Technology that owns Truth Social, has not necessarily been accused of doing anything wrong. Most of what's been accused so far and what's been investigated is what happened with Digital World. And there's two very important pieces to it. The first one is the one that we've known about for quite some time, where you have a man by the name of Patrick Orlando. He is the chief executive of Digital World, and the SEC is looking into whether or not Mr. Orlando had been having conversations with Donald Trump or anyone at Trump Media and Technology about a potential merger before Digital World raised the funds. Now, if those conversations did take place prior to the raising of funds, that is illegal. That's a federal crime. You cannot do that when you're an acquisition company like Digital World. You have to raise all the money first. Everybody puts their money into the pot. Then you identify a target. If you identify a target first and then raise money, that's illegal. I don't know why. I mean, it kind of does seem a little silly, but those are the laws. That's the rules they have to follow. So Patrick Orlando and Digital World are being investigated because it really appears, based on conversations, that they did have talks with Donald Trump about acquiring them before they raised the money. Now, the second part, this is an even bigger part. This is the money laundering part. Because apparently, in order to raise money to merge with Trump's Media and Technology Group, they reached out to investors overseas, Russia and Ukraine specifically. So the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI have teamed up with the SEC because it appears that some of the foreign investors may have used dirty money, money obtained through illegal means, to invest in Digital World. Then once the merger was announced and they made huge profits, they withdrew the money. So now the money they have, instead of being from illegal activities, oh, no. This big pot, it's all our profits from Digital World Acquisition. That's how money laundering works. You take a pile of ill-gotten money, you put it in a legitimate source, then you remove it from the legitimate source, and it looks like the money is clean. Literally, that's how money laundering works. So that is what they're looking at. And it's not just, oh, we think this happened. No, it is so much more intense than that. They actually had people wear wires, have conversations with these donors, with other people involved. They've got them on tape. They've got them on video. They truly went undercover, like old school spy type stuff that you would see in movies, to get all of this information. So it looks like they've got these guys cold. Does that mean that Digital World will not be able to purchase Truth Social? That remains to be seen, but if they find out that some of the money used in that initial Digital World acquisition fundraising haul, if that was dirty money, the deal is dead. And based on what we know so far, based on what those undercover agents were able to find, kind of looks like Digital World was filled, at least at one point, with a lot of dirty money. One of today's video sponsors is Miracle Made. Your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality. And if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend that you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. Using these silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands, and they feel as nice, if not nicer, than bed sheets used by most 5-star hotels. And it's designed for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Now, I've been using Miracle Made bed sheets for over a year now, and I absolutely love them. They help keep me cool throughout the night, which means that I'm getting better sleep because I'm not waking up all throughout the night from being too hot. So go to trymiracle.com/ROF to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code ROF at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/ROF and use the code ROF to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/ROF.